What's up, it's Joe with OCDetailing, and behind me I have a first, at least for us. So we have a Cyber Beast behind us, and when you ordered a Cyber Beast, you had a promise of a light bar. Here's the crazy thing about this. I haven't seen one yet. Tesla has not delivered any of these trucks with the light bar installed, as they said they would, because they were running a little behind, which not a big surprise, and everybody knew they were gonna come one day. So I forgot all about this until I saw one show up here at the shop yesterday. Did an XP black wrap on this, which is Ultra Fit's gloss black paint protection film. It's a super deep, super rich looking black that looks better than even the flattest black paint job. Now, to my surprise, I actually thought that Tesla wrapped this light bar in gloss black. But they come that way. So this bar itself actually comes in gloss black. It looks really cool. It actually blends perfectly in there. And Alex just tripped over a box of tent. I hope you leave that in, that's hilarious. The other crazy funny part about this is Tesla will not install this light bar. Apparently it's for off-road use only. So when the customer got it, they literally mounted it for him and left the wires exposed up there. So what we did when he brought it in was like, I gotta see this thing work. You know what? We're gonna grab our photo friend next door, Miguel at Midnight Garage, and we're gonna ask him if he can install this. And he did. So it took Miguel a little bit more than an hour to get this thing installed. Per Tesla directions, it's actually kind of complicated and there's a lot of little intricacies to it. But since Tesla won't install them and Miguel did, we get to see what it looks like and how it works. Check it out. It actually operates from the touch screen. Oh, okay, so light bar. So why don't we do this? If I push ditch light, that happens. If I push floodlight, that happens. And if I push both, that happens. Now it's nice and dark in here and me and Alex can have some alone time. Time to get freaky. That's what Alex just said, if you couldn't hear him over there. So we're gonna get freaky with this truck. So ditch light. So I guess this would be used if you're in a ditch, I guess. Floodlights, this would be used in a flood. And if you're in a ditch that is flooding, this is both. Here, floodlight, ditch light, off. Both. So that is the Tesla Cybertruck light bar. Now, I will say this. Having seen many aftermarket light bars, because our friends Miguel next door builds a ton of off-road vehicles, this is a little underwhelming compared to what I thought it would be, but it's still really cool because it blends so well. Because if you did any aftermarket light bar, it's not gonna look that cool or like it just goes there. The other neat thing was that Tesla actually made it gloss black, so it worked out perfect for us on this gloss black truck. Okay, so I got Miguel here from Midnight Garage. Now, again, when Tesla installed this light bar for the customer that came, there were 3 wires right here. My customer was like, it's just 3 wires, it can't be that hard. Miguel told me otherwise. So Miguel, can you explain to me the process you went through to install the factory light bar?
Thanks, Joe. So yeah, actually the light bar was already installed from Tesla, but all they do is just glue it in. And it says on their work manual that legally they can't actually complete the wiring. And there's a black film over it also just to not allow the light to even work at all. So obviously the film is removed. And yes, the 2 black wires are hanging out from up here. So basically this entire trim panel needs to be popped up. There's a wire that runs down here that connects to the factory harness. So this piece also gets removed. The wire needs to be connected. That way it sends power to the upper harness. After this is done up here, the harness needs to be connected. So it's a pretty straightforward install. Those 3 wires get soldered together. It's red with red, green with green, and black with black. So that's pretty straightforward. So the connecting point of the wires of the harness is technically simple, but it's just getting the whole system to properly work. So once the wires are connected and soldered in together, they get heat shrinked and they get sealed from the elements. Then basically it's just reassembly. After it gets reassembled, then basically the system just boots up and then you have the proper controls on the center screen to be able to turn on the light bar. And the light bar has 2 functions basically. So you have the corner lights that shoot off at a 45-degree angle, and then you have the center light that shoots straight forward, and you could control them individually.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if you wanted to do this install yourself, you would need a soldering gun, experience, probably trim panel removers, and some experience not breaking stuff when you take it apart.
Yeah, correct. So this was technically the first one that we had done. So it took us a little bit longer, but from here on out, I think an hour is a reasonable time to complete the installation.
For a professional that knows how to use a soldering gun without burning themselves.
Without burning themselves. That was the big thing also, is we didn't want to drop any solder onto the new wrap just because it would completely destroy it.
Yeah, I would have been mad at you for that because we had to redo it. But luckily the wrap would have protected the stainless from getting stained by solder.
I guess. Maybe we should try it.
Yeah, so it sounds like a fun experiment. Can we solder to stainless?
Maybe with a lot of heat.
Yeah. Blowtorch?
Blowtorch? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe? Okay, cool. Well, that's Miguel from Midnight Garage. If you need any help doing the install because you don't feel like soldering it yourself, please feel free to reach out to these guys. If you can't find Midnight Garage, please feel free to call me. This is not a paid endorsement. We just love Miguel because he's our phone a friend. So anytime we need help, we buy a lifeline by calling Miguel.
Thank you guys. I'm always super happy to help you guys.
Show Miguel's shop in case someone doesn't know where it is.
It's super messy right now. What are you talking about?
It's okay. Well, we're just gonna here is the tent side of our shop. If I walk outside and I point over there, there's Miguel's shop. See, it says Midnight Garage off Peralta Boulevard. He is here in Fremont with us. He also very much appreciates donuts, just like we do.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, right?
I wasn't calling you fat, man. Who doesn't like donuts? Weird. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Joe, and that's Miguel.
Thank you, guys.